What's up, everybody? I'm back, and I'm doing another request today. So this is courtesy of Sylvia, who, if you followed my channel for a while, you will know that I reference Sylvia from time to time. She's always in my comments, always bringing me good stuff to listen to. I very much appreciate her, I guess, enjoying my channel and hanging out. So thank you for the request. I have seen these types of videos before. I'm doing a shred collab video. I believe it's from the Jared Dines shred collab collection. This is a shortened version. I have watched a couple of the Jared Dines shred collabs, and they're very, very cool. They're also usually like 10 or 12 minutes long. So I'm glad that we have a shortened version here. I may put a link to the original in the comments just because I think that would probably be appropriate. But this is featuring Marcin, and it's just some of the best guitarists on the internet, really, basically, for about 4 minutes. So we'll get into it in just a minute. But before we do, a few things. First of all, like and subscribe. I always appreciate that. Tell me how nice my nails look. Look at that, so shiny and sparkly. Right, go ahead and throw that in the comments. I am not a professional guitarist. I am an okay guitarist. You can see my guitar here in the background. I don't play it as often as I should. So I'm not going to be analyzing like picking technique probably. So just don't expect me to get that into the weeds with it. And don't be a dick, right? I try to be really respectful and thoughtful when I do these, and I would just appreciate that if we could keep it with that same energy in the comments. I've got a lot of really good comments in the time I've been doing this, and very few bad ones. So I really appreciate that, and I just like to keep that record going. I do have my espresso, and let's get into it. This is Shred Collab from 22, the best cut with best guitarists. All right. So obviously a lot of really, really skilled and talented, right? Those are two things that are not always, they don't always go hand in hand, right? You can be very talented naturally at something, but not develop the skill. And so you have maybe an ability to do something that most people can't, but you don't really maximize it. And you can also be really skilled through just hours and hours of practice and just forcing yourself to learn. And those are both, those are both all right. But when you get somebody who's really talented and then they put in the hours to develop that into an incredible skill, then you get musicians like this. So I'm not going to go one by one. I will say this first guy, Luca, I don't fully understand the value of this guitar setup. I mean, it's really cool. What he can do with it is very, very impressive, and I don't want to take anything away from that. I don't know, other than the fact that he's got kind of like an additional bass on there, I don't know that he does as much with the extra neck, really, that he couldn't do with just the standard. I mean, I guess you can hold a chord in one hand while you're finger picking with your other. It's really cool, but to me, this kind of guitar is more of a novelty than it is of a really practical instrument. And I think he would probably agree. Like, it's cool to show off how you can play it and what you can do with it, but it doesn't necessarily replace, in terms of like utility, your standard single neck. But very, very good. Marcin, man, he's so good. I mean, I was suggested this video by someone who came to my channel because of Marcin. So I knew it was going to feature him, and I know that he's one of my favorite guitarists. And he still, look, in this whole collection of all these great musicians, he still stands out to me as just having something, right? He's got something that the other guys don't have. It's a combination of his speed and the elegance with which he plays and his flair, right? He has a real flair for the performative side of playing. I really liked his sweater. I like the oversized. Everything I wear is oversized. I like his oversized. It's hard for me to buy stuff that's oversized because I'm so tall. But I really liked his oversized sweater. And I love how he will down tune while he's playing. Right? He'll be riding the fretboard and then he'll down tune on the neck because he doesn't have a whammy bar, right? So if you want to get a dive, you don't really have options for that unless you down tune. But to be able to down tune on the fly and get it back to exactly where it needs to be, that's very, very impressive. And it looks really cool, right? You just don't see people really doing that. I really liked the guy after him too, Manuel, I think. I really liked the tones he was getting out of his guitar. It was very pretty, right? Very sort of reminded me of Ichika. It frankly sort of reminded me of some of the ways San Holo plays his guitar. Obviously, much more complex, but some of those similar kind of shimmery, poppy tones that I really like. This is really cool. I'll need to go watch the full video at some point, just because, they said 69 artists, so clearly we got a sampling here of what's a much longer video. And that'll be worth it for me to check out, I'm sure. But I will get to that at a later date. I don't think I'll do it on the channel, just because it's going to be long, and it would be a lot for me to try to respond to. But I think we'll leave it there. Thank you guys for watching. Thank you, Sylvia, for the recommendation. I enjoyed this one a lot. Have a good day, everybody. Happy New Year. Stay safe out there. Drink lots of water and be nice to each other.